Love that. Morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to you, whenever it might be. Morning, afternoon, evening, overnight. Welcome, welcome. Time to get going with another one of these. Hope all are well. And got a couple people that popped in just as I got going. Let's get some people hanging out here. What's up, Ned?
Morning.
How you doing?
Well, I managed to stem the flood in the laundry room, so I'm doing great today.
Lovely. Cheers to home issues. Did you wake up to a flood or something? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, this old house has the laundry water flood or goes into a catch basin that goes to a pipe that goes directly out into the yard. Doesn't go to the septic, it goes to the yard. And she panicked because there was all sorts of foam because the laundry had the washer had just cycled, and there was a big pile of foam over the drain.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully all is well.
It is. It's fine.
Good.
I said, just don't leave any clothes down there unless you want to wash them again.
Morning, James. What's up, buddy? Good to see you as always. Cheers, Rob. Let me preempt you on one here, buddy. There you go. Morning to you. Good company. Yep. And James saying, hey, Rob. And we had Taz in here, but it looks like he dropped. I might have had a video issue or something. So hopefully we'll see him pop back in momentarily. And I do believe that... what's that?
What you building today, Matt?
I don't know. Yes. Thank you, Rob. We'll get started with that too. Greg is still not with us. He is still enjoying his Orlando Disney vacay, but we'll always have fun at his expense.
Oi.
He'll be back just in time for, as my banner at the bottom says, next Saturday's Streamiversary event. Super exciting. That will be at the same time as we're on right now, but I'm going to go for who knows how long. Building that big old castle. Woo, castle.
Castle!
Hey, Greg's here?
In spirit, he's always here. Hey, good morning, mate.
G'day. I made it.
Yes, you did.
The ever reliable Australian National Broadband Network. You gotta love it. Kick the router in the guts, as I like to say, and it's working. Yay!
I was gonna say, apparently you're having all kinds of issues today.
I know. Isn't it great when you host a live stream and your internet drops out more than once?
Yeah.
It really does make your stream that much more entertaining, especially when you're by yourself. You gotta love it. You can tell there's just a hint of sarcasm in there.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
No, never.
But glad to have you here with us as always, Taz, and good to have Ned joining us again.
Yeah, g'day. Good to see you.
I might have to leave though. We are going to a Lego store later.
Ooh.
Lego. Or actually, no, not that.
Enable.
I love it. That's great.
There you go.
Actually, if you give me a moment. I know.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna do more stuff with the wizard tower here. I need to figure out the ramp, which I think I might try that. And I got to do the interior work because you guys know I love doing interior stuff. But yeah, goals to make more progress on this today.
Nice.
But I do want to kind of take a little bit of this down because it's just hard to see with the whole thing just sticking up there.
I need some advice.
Hmm.
Well, to follow in your footsteps, Taz,
Yes, sir.
I got this.
Ah, a very good, a wise choice. A wise
Mhm.
choice.
But
Ah,
I also have a brown box sitting over here.
a
Be
brown box. Okay.
It's very intriguing.
U.S. Lego shipments come in unadorned boxes.
I see. Hmm. Suspense.
I don't know if you're aware, Taz, but I also did pick up a noodle shop myself. I have it sitting next to me here somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah,
I seem
so
to. Seems like my little mock has has been rubbing off on a few people. There you go.
I would say it inspired me to want to go ahead and get that.
That's awesome.
And apologies for flexing, but this came in last night.
No, go for it. Go for it. Oh, yeah. That's like $89 over here in Australia.
Nice.
That's it. Yeah. I didn't get that one, but I got kind of
another one.
And there's another one off camera.
Another one.
Yeah. This just was thrown in the box as well, just for this is not something I'm considering.
Nice.
And
Rob. Groot. I am Groot.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But, however, and of course I also got the
Oh, you can never go wrong with never go wrong with that.
Yep.
Well, here's my dilemma.
Uh-huh.
I really love the color palette in the this.
Yes.
And I have a bunch of unopened bags from my boutique last week.
Ooh,
Kind of
okay.
in the same palette.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of a noodle bodega, and a bodega is a New York City storefront.
Yes.
On a corner.
Yeah.
Yes, noodle bodega. Yes, yes.
And I was thinking of modularizing a version of this so that we have the noodle bodega coming down the front.
Nice.
With the face of this being across this, basically turning this straight across.
Yep. Yep.
And making it a 16 by 32 bodega.
Rob has commanded it.
Yeah, I think that's
And I already have that bunch. I've got that bunch of parts from the hotel.
Yeah.
And in my travels over the last 2 years, I've gotten a bunch of olive green. So I'm thinking that might be the way to go today. The alternative.
See, I bought 2 of the noodle shop sets. My original noodle shop mock, I didn't use. I didn't use all of the parts, and I stressed that throughout my build. I didn't use all the parts. Originally, though, with that noodle shop set, it doesn't come with a 16 by 16 plate. So most of my builds, like my ice cream shop, my laundromat, they're all on 16 by 16 plates. It keeps the Lego mats simple, but it also means when I'm using a 48 by 48 base plate, I can fit 3 buildings along one base plate if I wanted to. And either add a road or sidewalks, and also have a space at the back for an alleyway or something like that as well. So for me, or I can do a corner build like with one of the buildings and still fit 2 on either side, so I can have 4. I suppose you say like 4 builds all up, depending on how I work it. So with the remock of the noodle shop, I ended up going back and putting that on a 16 by 16 plate. So But now for the remodel, I used a majority of the parts from both sets. Not all. I still had some left over, especially the awning pieces and all that. Had a bucket ton of them left. But I also have the hotel, but I didn't use any parts from that because I still want to build the hotel as it is and then just build it and then I decide what I'll do with it later. But I didn't have any of those sort of skin tone or skin, flesh colored bricks. So buying 2 of the noodle shop set, I knew I was going to use a lot of the other parts in other projects anyway. So for me, it wasn't a waste of money. But that's buying 2 is not for everybody. I say work with whatever formula you've got. I knew I didn't have a lot of those skin, flesh tone pieces, whatever the color is.
Right.
So buying 2 sets for me was for the project that I knew I was going to do. I found it beneficial. So I like your idea, Ned. Go with it. I reckon do it.
Absolutely.
Hey,
that sounds fantastic.
We have a 4th.
Morning, Eric. What's up, buddy?
Morning.
Ooh,
Morning, Eric.
Eric's got some new video going on here. Got a dual cam.
I found an old Logitech like 1.0 from, I don't know how old it is. So I was experimenting with it, and so
this one right here I'm pointing to in the smaller side. That's what that probably is.
This one is a Microsoft Live Cam.
Look how old this camera is.
Oh, that's yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah,
let me pull this off. That's literally what this one is.
Yeah, that's from like I don't know how like mid 2000s, if not, I don't know. Like it's old.
Well, the little one that I got my hand on, that's a Logitech camera. That's a new one. But this one where I've got my other hand, that's on the build table. That's an old, like I think first generation Microsoft Life camera. Remember those ones, old Microsoft Life cams? That's one of them. There you go. Rocking the
Quality
Microsoft
streaming right
Life.
here. That's how we roll.
Hell yeah.
That's got the newest stuff out of everybody. He just got a cam so he could join us.
Did you see the comment that was made in my stream about, because I was having internet problems, and that's why I dropped out at the start of your stream, because I noticed my camera, everything had froze up, and then of course I went and just kicked the internet in the guts and started it again. But Andrew Thornton, who was in my chat, decided to say, well, now Taz, if you stopped watching, adult entertainment websites, that I would have been fine. My internet would have been okay.
Must be watching some real HD quality level if it's causing that kind of problem, Taz.
Well, see, I can't blame Papa Brickman, because I could have said, well, Papa Brickman's here for a visit. He's probably on his iPad, watching adult entertainment websites. But I can't blame him anymore, so I have to take the fall for it. So,
Hey, teach their own, buddy. I'm not going to fault you for that.
Hey, look, as you said, whatever floats the boat, to each their own. But, here I am trying to live stream and the internet's dropping out, and Andrew's like, well, stop downloading porn, Taz, and you'd be right. I'm like, oh.
That meme will never die at this point, I'm pretty sure.
You see my friend Grief when his internet was going all crappy and be like, so what are your neighbors doing? You're like,
cheers, Scotty.
What's up?
Hey, Sergeant Scotty.
Hey, Sarge. And Rob there as well. Doing well.
For those that are coming in, I'm just continuing work on this. I'm going to try building, I think, the ramp today.
Oh, okay. I'm doing rock work. I'm back to rock work again, Matt. Jeez. What is the world
nice. Yeah.
I know. Hey, mapping the miles. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. I assume you're off to your Saturday morning class or event, whatever it was, with the kid.
We miss you, Dave.
Excuse me. So I find it kind of amusing that I'm going to put a ramp like over a river of lava. but hey, it has to be done. Just don't want to fall in. I gotta figure out how I want to mount this thing.
If my internet does drop out, I will come back again, Matt. But as you can see, I've had fun with it so far, so I'm sure.
No worries,
decide
mate.
to, kick me while I'm down, because why not?
I take it you finished the coaster, Eric.
The what? Sorry.
I assume Eric finished the roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a piece of crap.
Really? Not working to standard?
Well, I mean, if granted, it's on like a folding table, so it may not be quite level and different things, but like I'll have to like make some adjustments. And I can tell you right now, cranking that thing manually, it just doesn't get enough velocity to do anything. And like I've even pushed it and just, I don't know, just gets stuck everywhere.
Well, that sucks.
So I don't know. It looks nice. That's about it.
That's too bad. Dave, Greg is still enjoying his Orlando Disney vacation. He's staying up super late, getting drunk, partying it up.
If only his kids were like, we want to ride Splash Mountain, we want to ride Splash Mountain, we want to ride Splash Mountain, or whatever it is. Or, oh no, Simpsons was Mount Splashmore. We want to go to Mount Splashmore. We want to go to Mount Splashmore. No. Oh, everything comes back to the Simpsons.
Tachi Curry.
Yeah, I think he could be damaging the Dalton after a few dodgy ones.
Yeah, we want
damaging the Thunderbox. He's damaging the Thunderbox.
Yep.
We got drenched in Splash Mountain one time. Like I didn't, but like the three people in front of us got smashed.
There was one time when I wrote that I got splashed pretty damn good, and it wasn't that I was in the front. I was actually in the back, and the water just careened up and over and got people in the back.
I remember there was a log style type ride at Movie World on the Gold Coast here in Queensland, well, in Australia. I'm in New South Wales, but I mean, yeah, in Queensland at Movie World, and when we went there, because in summertime, like it's a great ride because you actually get a nice little bit of mist at the end. We went up the back and we were all right, but the first like 2 or 3 rows in front of us, they got drenched. It was hilarious. And what made it more fun, because I mean, granted, if the people were vision impaired, I'd understand. But there's this lady going off at this poor little kid, like God knows how old that kid was, but just they're trying to earn a few extra bucks on a weekend job, and she's abusing the daylights out of him, saying, that she was going to complain to management because she got wet on the ride.
Hello.
Around the ride.
Supposed to happen.
I'd totally understand if someone was vision impaired and they were having I'd totally understand that. And I'm not being smart when I say that. I would totally get it. So if she was visually impaired, then okay, maybe, sure, she might have a ground or two to stand on. But if she wasn't and it was just being it's like, come on, like really, what are you going to do? Tell the kid to drain the friggin' water out of it so that, because that's going to make the ride work still. It's like, come on.
Sounds like a Karen to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, oh God, okay.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for people named Karen. It's so bad.
So
I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's a fun thing that people do all the time, but God, for all those poor people that were named Karen,
she's dealt with it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm back. Been part something.
Noticing Adam's dropped into chat. What's up, Aussie Adam?
G'day, Adam. Good to see you, buddy. I hope the little man's feeling better, Adam. Poor old Thunderbox is copping a workout.
Greg's not here to clean the Thunderbox either for a few days. That Thunderbox is getting nasty. He's going to have a hell of a time when he gets back, let me tell you.
Yeah, I keep making Lumberjack clean out the Thunderbox on the stud and the dud, so, you know.
We might have to go across the street to the Krispy Kreme.
Ooh. Like a Krispy Kreme.
Did somebody say Krispy Kreme?
Love me some Krispy Kreme.
We went there the other day. My wife took my daughter to a dentist appointment, and like they drove by, and the hot and fresh was not on. But then my wife wanted to go. It was during my stream actually. My wife wanted to go to the nursery.
Stud the dud.
Thanks,
Who's
Rob.
the stud? Who's the dud? Guess we'll never know.
But then we drove by it again, and it was on. And so yes,
Yeah.
damage was done.
Oh, geez. That sounds horrible, Adam. Oh, man. Oh, hey, Macro. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you
Hey,
over
Macro.
here, mate.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Macro. Oh, poor old Aussie Adam, spending time on Thunderbox duties. I feel for you, mate. Been there. Feel your pain.
Is this the Corona or what is this?
I think
Well,
he's saying
like
it
Corona,
has
gastro as well.
Yeah, gastro issues.
Yeah, we've had plenty of those back in the triple days. I mean, tell you.
Yeah, not fun. Yeah, gastro on cruise ships is pretty bad too.
Yeah, that's been the thing that I was worried about as I've taken
Yeah.
cruises.
Pepto Bismol. Give this man some water. Water my ass. Give this man some Pepto Bismol. Yeah.
Hmm. This one? So I'm taking a minute to visualize this ramp right now. Cruise ships. They can be. They absolutely can be.
Yeah, look, I've worked on cruise ships. I've worked on container ships. I loved going on the cruises though, and I love working on the cruise ships as well as being a passenger as well. I mean, I've done both, so it was.
Yeah, I will agree. I have, obviously, you guys know, I've done the cruising over the last couple of years. Well, I did earlier this year and then a couple times before coronavirus, but yeah, I'm a huge fan, and I will advocate for it continuously. It's something fun. I've never gotten sick, and my folks are veterans of cruising. They've rarely gotten sick. It was, I think, once, and it was more my mom got seasick than anything else.
Yeah.
Because she hadn't taken drugs, Dramamine or whatever.
Well, I remember being on a cruise as a passenger, and this was well and truly pre-pandemic. And they had a gastro outbreak on the ship, and they isolated a whole floor of the ship, like a accommodation deck.
Mm-hmm.
The people that had it, like, well, they thought they'd pretty much found the source of it. They were isolated, and I mean, like, their time on the ship would have sucked. I'm sure. because they were isolated for, I think, 4 days. So basically, they couldn't leave the cabin. Food was brought to the front, like to the cabin door and that sort of stuff. But they had their own, obviously, they had their own bathroom and toilet. So, I mean, but they were just confined to their cabin for at least, I think it was like 4 days.
Yeah, that's just rough.
And if it's a short cruise, like if you're not able to afford to do a big, like a 13 night or a, whatever it is, if you've only got like maybe an 8-day or 8-night cruise, that's half of your cruise in your cabin for the whole time. I mean, that'd suck, but yeah, you understand why they do it. And they did minimize the outbreak spread,
Huge fan. I've been out to Vegas a few times for work conferences. Lucky enough, I got to do it through that. I got the experience. I'm not a gambling person, so I didn't really care about much other than just being touristy. So I had my experience with it. It was all right.
Did you go to Hoover Dam?
I did. And this is before the last few years where the droughts have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
Where the water level has been quite low and it's getting lower. But yeah, we did the tour and everything. It was really, really freaking cool.
Did you have to pay extra to do the tour to go down into the dam and everything?
Yeah, there's a small charge for it, but it was worth it.
Oh yeah. From what I've seen, the YouTube channel, What's Inside?
Mm-hmm.
It's a father and son YouTube channel. They went down into the Hoover Dam as well. I'm like, and they've got like a gold-plated sort of gold, like elevator in that. I'm like, it looks so cool. And they took you into where the big turbine room is. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a highlight, seeing like what actually happens there and what's going on.
Yeah.
It was an experience. I'm glad I got to have it. I got to say I went there.
If that reservoir gets any lower, it's going to become a crime scene because it's going to reveal everything that's in the bottom.
I know. True. They're already finding bodies in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Well,
what the hell was going on in all those years that Lake Mead was filled up? People just dumping people in there.
Well, I reckon during construction, that's what they did to some of them. That there's probably some still buried inside the wall, like the actual dam wall.
There are stories about that too.
Yeah, that was, I think, on one of the, maybe not one of the National Geographic docos, but there was a documentary done on that, and they reckon that some of the workers, they would either they were saying that they either fell in or that maybe they were just buried in there.
Don't gamble and huge into this Cirque du Soleil though. Yeah, I definitely went to a Cirque du Soleil show out there. That was pretty cool.
Blue Man Group.
Yeah, Blue Man Group.
No,
they do some pretty cool stuff.
I saw them at the Luxor.
Yeah,
when I was there.
I think that's where I saw them. That was like over 20 years ago, though.
Damn.
Were they sort of residents there or something?
Yes.
I know.
In a residency.
Which is the one that Penn and Teller are residents at? Because I'm sure, like when they were doing Fool Us and that as well. But from what I remember, Penn and Teller have got like a residency at one of the casinos there in Vegas.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got all up into the culture when I was going, and I haven't paid attention to it since.
Yeah.
The Blue Man Group, I think, are here in Chicago right now.
Well, they have multiple.
They performed here like a number of months ago.
Well, during the pandemic, they shut down because they're part of Cirque, and Cirque had to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
The management group that handles Blue Man is now whoever manages Cirque.
That is work here.
Oh, I will say one of the things I got to see when I went to Vegas, in addition to the Hoover Dam, was
a drunk person. Oh. Sorry,
David Copperfield was fantastic. I'm so glad I got to see him.
Yeah, I remember. I remember as a kid seeing like a David Copperfield special. This was on like free-to-air TV here in Australia.
Yeah,
And
he used to have a lot of evening specials back in the day.
Oh yeah. I remember the one where he like basically where he did the illusion where he was like levitating, and that blew my mind. As a kid, I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah, he definitely was master of illusion. Quite good.
Yeah.
Matt, you're a little young, but did you ever see any Doug Henning?
No.
You would have liked him. Look him up on YouTube sometime. Kind of like Gallagher meets Copperfield.
No, really?
Yes.
Oh my God, Gallagher.
My mother loves Gallagher. She went to a Gallagher show a few years ago.
The produce, the horror.
Hey VR, what's up? Nice to see you.
All that poor produce.
Yeah, I know, right? Those poor watermelons. What do they do to deserve that?
The poor people have to clean them up. Yeah.
Anything you gotta go to when you wear a poncho to a show is a little bit iffy.
You do have to if you're gonna sit near the front.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, for an indoor venue, wearing a poncho just seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Well, he was so big when he was doing it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
My dad and I used to watch him all the time.
All right, so Rick Sargent has requested this. We have to do this real quick in a show of missing our buddy Greg.
I love you, you love me.
I wonder why the dinosaurs are extinct. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Did I unmute my mic?
That is terrifying.
It kind of is, and that's why it's really funny.
Oh, Sarge is asking for another one.
Oh, okay, we're gonna do another one.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Actually, no. All things Miley Cyrus. I mean, love or hate her. I am a fan of the whole Joe Rogan experience, and he's got his podcast and he actually did an interview with her. I thoroughly enjoyed it. She was great in that interview. Like, yeah, I actually really enjoyed that one.
She's an interesting character.
Oh, she is, yeah.
I think all those Disney actors, singers, and whatever had been, a challenging just way to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she was already part of a famous, sort of family, I suppose, with the father,
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus, yeah.
Oh, Achy Breaky Heart.
Yeah.
That song was big over here. I mean, damn, that song. Oh,
I remember that when I was in middle school. I think that's when that was in its heyday.
yeah. Australian radio flogged the daylights out of that song. Absolutely flogged it. Oh. It was on every bloody radio station. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I could see that. That's one of those that would have been all over the place.
Oh, it was. Good times. Good times.
Not Fast Times, though. Richmond.
The dreaded rock work is back. Oh, well.
Rockwork?
You guys
Yeah.
you guys have seen Stranger Things, right?
No.
No, I don't have no.
That's the one.
Well, there's one part when they're working in like a family video rental place or whatever, and they're talking about another person. It's like, who pauses the video or pauses the video at this time frame unless they're you know, this you'll have to see it. It's pretty funny. It's like, oh my god. That was actually filmed in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Filmed at a high school. I think it was it Claremont, maybe?
I liked I was a fan of the movie. I still am a fan of it, and it's nice to see in a way that he's come back again. I was a fan of Flight of the Navigator. I don't know if anyone's aware of that movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So Joey Kramer, who played the child in that, so David in that movie, he's back on sort of Instagram, and he's sort of, you know, he had a bit of a rough trot there after he did the movie and got older, and he got into
Scruff3H, first time viewer. Hello, welcome in. Nice to see you here.
Thanks for
dropping in.
G'day. So yeah, he, you know, but he sort of cleaned himself up and whatever, and I found that he'd done a thing on it, like he's got an Instagram page. But another YouTuber, so Adam the Woo, he actually went and found some of the filming locations from the movie, and some of them are still like the first house and then the second house, which are featured in the movie. They're both still around. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool knowing that you had, you know, like if you owned that house and lived in it, that it was in the movie, you know.
Kind of like 15 different things here to get this to do what I want it to do.
That's what it was, Rob. Yeah, Rob's got it.
There you go, Macro. Yeah, no, Flight of the Navigator. That was a cool movie. That was awesome.
Don't think I've heard of that one.
Kid finds a spaceship and it's really cool.
Spaceship. Was the voice of all his name was, well, you know, shortened down to Max. I think his name was. Wasn't the voice of that was it Pee Wee Herman?
I don't remember that much.
I think so. I'd have to IMDb it or look it up on Google or whatever. But yeah, a very young Sarah Jessica Parker was also in that movie as well. Almost same sort of hairstyle that she has now. But yeah, it was really cool. Oh, good movie. Good memories. Dreaded rock work.
I mean, I'm kind of doing rock work here too, Taz. I'm just trying to deal with it.
It's very finicky sort of. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I'm giving it a red hot go. So, you know, I'm far from an expert at it, and I don't consider myself a good rock work, you know, builder, I guess you could say. But
yeah, Taz, when you get bouldered, you can always do something else.
What's that?
So when you get bouldered, you can just do something else.
Yeah, but I want to. This is going to be part of my. As I was saying in my stream, this lighthouse has been my Achilles heel. So I want to, you know, conquer Everest, so to speak. So me doing this will be, will be me, you know, conquering my Everest.
Root you on there, mate. Climb that mountain.
Yeah,
it's probably I can spend forever trying to make this work exactly like how I want, but I think this will be adequate. All right, I just gotta see what's up with it here. don't know if you guys caught it because we were in the middle of conversation, but Rob's comment from a few minutes ago made me chuckle.
Yeah, well, that was a quote from the Stranger Things. That's what I was talking about. You know that person. You know. I just didn't remember the exact number.
Yeah, Rob. Looks like we're having the same internet problems. Awesome. Yay.
So what happens when you're on the island?
Yeah.
You need a better land bridge. Got to organise to get my shelves tomorrow, hopefully. Or at least order.
I heard you talking about that earlier. Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. Oh, well and truly overdue and very, very needed at the moment.
That will allow you to move forward with some other stuff, right?
Sorry?
Get that? That will allow you to move forward with some other stuff you want to do once you get the shelving up?
Yeah, it's just going to give me a little bit more room. I can actually display more stuff and just spread out my parts sort of situation a little bit better as well, which has been my aim for a while. It's just I've been putting up with what I've got, and I've finally found, albeit a cheaper alternative than what I was originally planning for. The fact of the matter is that at the moment, starting to get a little bit skint and just trying to save up for next year, for a holiday next year with the family and that. So
Chicago,
Chicago. We're going to try and make it happen. Hopefully, we got to get the finances. Yeah. Lumberjack's trying to get over there too, which is going to be great. So it could be a stud in the dud. Hey, who knows? It could even be a stud in the dud stream from Brickworld Chicago. You never know. So anyway, that's the plan. Whether or not it happens or not, it's a different story. It just comes down to making sure we've got enough finances to cover, expenses, plus, be able to pay the bills here at home as well. So there's no problems there. I'm finding ways to still do what I want to do, but just find slightly cheaper alternatives. However, the shelves are metal, and that's what I'm relying on, because if this frame floods again, which it inevitably will, the metal shelves won't get as damaged if they were timber shelves. So, because with the timber, once it gets wet like that, and like if the floodwater hangs around for a day or two or whatever, the wood's just going to get damaged. No matter how you try and treat it, it's going to get damaged. So, and then, then you've got mold issues, and I don't want to deal with that. It's like, no, I'm getting metal shelving. I'm getting rid of the wooden shelving that I have in here. Well, there was some of it that, some of the stuff that got damaged from the first flood, it's long gone now. So I don't have any mold issues at the moment, touch wood. Well, actually, no, touch metal. So, however, the water got a little further on the second flood. So I'm, leaning very much now towards just all metal shelving and hoping that does the trick. Fingers crossed.
So what is your insurance company saying about 2 floods in a row? Are they like...
Well, I mean, we're tenants, so we don't own the building, so that's down to the owners. But again, the weather events that we've had, the weather events that we've had recently, traditionally with recorded history for this area, that hasn't happened all that often at all. So, if we were getting, 5 floods a year, then I'm sure the insurance policy on the house would be, or the insurance premium thing would be through the roof. But it was one of those things where it was a weather event that had several factors in it that made it as bad as what it was. And it is sort of out of our control. Considering that most of the houses on my street, plus 1 or 2 streets back, were badly affected as well. it's what it is. There were houses that were had far worse damage than what ours did. So really, we were lucky. But as far as insurance, that's we have contents insurance, which we pay the yearly fee to have that. And the insurance companies were actually really good with the contents because for the first one I did claim a few things like the computer got, because that got badly damaged as well.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the fact that I was helping some people up the road and an elderly couple who had no family there or anything to help them, so myself and a few other people were helping to make sure that they were okay. I mean, if I had my time over again, I'd do the same thing again. That's and it's easy, it's easy to say that, but in all seriousness, if I had my time over again, I would be helping them again. So, it's Lego can be replaced.
Right.
Plastic bricks.
It floats. It should be easy to find.
Well, the amount of Lego that I do have, I'm surprised I didn't have time to build a Lego boat. Chuck the family in and say, "Right, kiddies, let's get in the boat."
Well, it's not a point with people in it, but
yeah.
I wouldn't build a boat out of Lego unless you had
Taz, if you had this size boat, you probably everybody could float there.
Oh, perfect, mate! Absolutely perfect. Send it over, Matt. I'll use that next time.
Is it the city liner hole?
That is indeed.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yep, I have that sitting around for when I get around to doing the seaport.
I love boats. I have all the old boats.
I like the idea of doing industrial style boats. So that's why I got that one. Of course, inspired by Jang, because he did something with the city liner hull there, which I really liked.
I mean, look, like him or hate him, he does some fantastic mock builds. He's got some talent there.
And the thing is, he thinks he's a shitty builder. I'll say it bluntly. He does. He thinks he's a shitty builder. But I don't know. I really like what he does. That's just my opinion.
His shopping mall is by far still my favorite. Out of every build he's done, the shopping mall is still my favorite.
Because nobody's ever built anything like that. It's just fantastic.
The level of detail is it's next level. He's done plenty of other stuff. I wasn't a real big fan of his skyscraper. The green one that he's got. I was never a big fan of that. I mean, it just looks so out of place up against all of his other buildings. But I get why he did it. I understand. And I mean, it's just my opinion and it's not worth anything. But just myself, I didn't really like the skyscraper, but I loved everything else. I loved his train station builds. His zoo there for a while was looking really good until he, restarted it again. But I still like the original one that he had back in his first place before he moved. I just love that zoo. I thought it was awesome.
Oh, Macro calling out everything. Oh.
There you go, Macro.
Oh.
The shopping mall's epic.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Definitely shots fired.
Well, we probably shouldn't say that because of Mall America recently. That's not good.
Something happened in Mall America.
Yeah, two people went in and started shooting, but I don't think anybody got hurt. They caught them in Chicago. They drove from Minneapolis to Chicago, and they got caught getting haircuts. It was the dumbest thing.
There's been Ned's from this area. He knows the big mall where we are up here in Syracuse area. There's been a rash of incidents up here lately too. People are getting a little pissed off because they feel like the mall security people are not doing anything about it.
Yeah. You gotta watch it though. They're pretty fast in those segues.
Let's see. Rob, I can tell you because I'm a member of Patreon, I'm privy to additional information. It's not that his attention's been pulled necessarily, but he's definitely trying to focus on his streaming, and he's trying to continue doing the reviews, and he's also doing Gundam now. which has become like Lego for us is a hobby, right? That's what we do to get away from things to enjoy the hobby. Lego for him is work in a lot of ways, because that's where he makes his living. Gundam for him has become his hobby, and he does that twice a week now.
What is it again? Sorry, Matt.
Gundam mechs.
It's like a
Bandai
Japanese animation, like mech.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Not Gangnam style, but like
Gundam style.
Ah.
It's like a Voltron. I mean, it's not Voltron, but it's like, a big.
Yeah, it originated like the 80s kind of thing out of Japan.
Ah, okay.
Like
yes, exactly, Rob. Exactly. Gundam.
So like that Japanimation sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah.
Anime, yeah.
Yep.
So that's his thing, and he does that twice a week now, no matter what.
Because I remember that the Wachowski brothers who did the Matrix movies and that they were into Japanimation, all that sort of type stuff as well. I remember watching there was several behind the scenes of the Matrix movies. It was the first one, and I want to say there was a couple of the other ones, but I know the first one was filmed in Sydney. A lot of it was filmed in Sydney. Which is like epic because like I love those movies. I'm going, they filmed it in Australia. That's so cool. It was like, wow.
Right, just a quick check in here.
Nice.
I like that. Very nice.
I had a bunch of gold chain pieces here, so I wanted to kind of make use of those.
Hey, Matt, max that screen.
Yeah, put it full screen.
I'm sorry, I'm used to Greg doing this for me.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Looks good.
Cool.
Walk over the river of lava.
Lava.
Floor is lava.
Just think about this. What I want to do around here. Oh, by the way, if you guys remember from, I think it was Tuesday where I was building the river of lava stuff, I threw in a bunch of these, sorry, I'm this camera still. These little, round trans red stud pieces, just for added effect here around. They're just, they're loose. I found two of them just kind of sitting on my desk here. So apparently Oreo, who's sitting over to my right now, found her way onto the table at some point in the last few days, just started kicking stuff off.
Naughty.
Because that's exactly what Oreo does.
Is that like single stuff or double stuff?
She's very petite, so she's single stuff.
Now somebody gave us, a friend of ours always buys like snacks for the kids. We got some double stuffed Oreos lately. It's like, God, these are like single stuff. This is like, they've really kind of chinched out on how much of the filling they do now. Like the double stuff looked like the single stuff like when we were kids.
I noticed that. I went to get some double stuff like a month or two ago because I had a craving for them. And I'm like, damn, this looks like single. What the hell?
Yeah. They're probably having like,
yep, she heard me calling her, so now she's coming over.
Hey, kitty.
Excuse me, in the middle of doing something, I need to use my table.
Don't think she cares. Most
Nope,
cats do.
and she's purring and doesn't want me shooting her away. I could do that, James. I could do that. I'm just kind of looking what I want to do here, but yeah, I could.
Shrinkflation.
You're thinking right on the ramp itself? Is that the idea?
Nice. Inflation is going to solve obesity because manufacturers of treats are going to have to shrink the size of them all so we don't eat as many calories.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let me What do I have here? Looking at it, I will take the containers and stuff here. Maybe I guess I can try with this and see what I've got. Moderated Discord for YouTubers the other week. They had a live stream on one of the other mods trying to get a large Oreo cookie sent to them with their faces on, but Oreo refuses. They were deemed celebrities. I think I have an idea, James. I'm gonna build a couple on here and see how this looks, and I'll share it with you guys momentarily. Big Mac getting smaller, but leukemia is hoping it would get bigger. I had a Big Mac earlier this week. I admit, I had a craving. I wanted one.
I don't think I've ever had a craving for a Big Mac. I don't think I've ever had a craving for McDonald's.
I like McDonald's fries.
I know. I like Rally's fries.
Is that a regional thing?
It's Rally's and Checkers. They're yeah. I don't know. It's they had it in California and they had it here. I don't know.
I know I've heard of Checkers.
They have it in like DC and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say it's a Midwest, mid America thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good. Their fries. You can buy their fries in the grocery store. So it's like a seasoned straight fries. It's good, really good.
Yeah, I think I've seen Checkers fries at least one of my local chain stores.
Yeah, if you ever buy fries to make for dinner, buy a pack. You'll like them. They're good.
I do buy fries. I'm a no-writer person by default.
They're not like regular store-bought fries, but they're still good. Better at this, restaurant. Still good.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Rob.
Yeah, rectum rockets there.
And she's back again. She is like a very stubborn cat. You were stubborn. No, not right now.
Now we have a show about Thundercats. What?
Could be worse. Subway. Oh, ew, really? What did you have, dude? That sounds horrible.
I rest my case.
We'll say that my local Walmart, which I was saying in Ned's Discord, never has sales on any Lego stuff. They have a Subway in there, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I want to get Walmart-based Subway.
yeah, that's a bit dangerous.
Something scratched inside my throat as I swallowed some. Oh, ooh, yikes! Was fine inside 15 minutes on an ambulance visit, many in the subway since. I guess I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, that just sounds really bad.
Pretty sure I would be scared away too if that happened to me.
I'd be thinking like lawsuit. Right. So the idea of free subway for life doesn't appeal to me, especially after an experience like that.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? They'd be like, no, he just wants free subway for life. No, I really don't. You put me through trauma.
Oh, Domino's Pizza, they have upped their game in the past like 6-8 years.
You know what? I'm in terms of chains, I do like Domino's Pizza a lot. The last 2, 3, 4 years, they have definitely improved.
Back in the day, they were like subpar, but as far as like national chain fast food pizza, they are tops right now. Like, you know, I mean, Papa John's isn't too bad, but but Pizza Hut's disgusting.
I can't eat Pizza Hut.
The one I won't go near is Little Caesars. Little Caesars to me is cardboard.
Little Caesars?
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
And the funny thing is, when I was a freshman in college, living in the dorm, a couple of my best friends and I would always get Little Caesars every Friday night and shoot pool in the basement of the dorm. And I think back, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with us?
You guys are rich if you had Little Caesars, man. That's like ramen back in the day.
And how I had ramen too.
I was saying, like, you're like high life if you're doing like takeout. Jeez. I don't care what it is. It could be McDonald's.
Sorry, guys, back again. Just had to...
welcome back,
Matt, I gotta ask.
G'day, everyone. G'day, everyone.
Oops. Sorry, Nick.
What school was that?
University.
Yeah.
Oswego, where I work.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Hashtag dorm life.
Yep. I went to school there, went away for a year or so for my teaching experience that I had, and that just failed miserably. And then, of course, back again.
I didn't know if you stayed local or went elsewhere.
Yeah, definitely stayed local.
You went loco? What?
Yeah, I went loco.
Yeah.
There we go.
My ear. Sorry, Rob.
How's this for a stairway, guys?
Let me bump you in here, Ned. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Taz, did you do something similar to that with your mock?
Yeah, using the bricks and the tile with the studs on it. Yeah. It works good though. Like, it was effective for what I wanted it to do. I think they did that with the set as well. So, yeah, a few things I bought over from the set directly as well. So,
well, I'm not building from the set. I'm just using parts of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wanted to use up a majority of the parts from both sets in the other build, and I got close. Of course, I added a few extra things of my own, but I still tried to use bits from the actual build itself, which was cool. So, yeah.
You're doing that on a 16 by 32, Ned?
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah. I grabbed the base plate from my recent haul from my lug. Did a quick mills.
Awesome. All right, let me pop this back in here. I'm gonna zoom in and take a look there, James. You think about that? Does that feel a little bit better for the pathway there going up?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
Mix of cheese wedges, and then I've got some of those studs, and then I've got some of the flat ones there too.
That rocks, man.
Nice, thank you.
It's almost got that little bit of a Lord of the Rings sort of. What was it? Was it? So it has that little bit of a Lord of the Rings feel to it, just a bit.
Yeah, that's.
I like it.
It is
Very
the
cool.
Orthanc and Sauron or Barad-dûr towers there.
Yeah, yeah.
Schmeagol?
Schmeagol.
Schmeagol. I think the new Amazon show will be good. I'm gonna give it a fair shake. I'm not gonna be like the trolls and haters that like hate everything before it comes out.
So I don't have Prime, so unfortunately I won't be able to watch it. But
how do you not have Prime? Just for the shipping?
Because I don't buy Amazon that much.
Yeah, but like if you had it, you would.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm just saying, like you know, it's worth it.
Yeah, I haven't bothered with it. Once my student EDU discount wore off.
There's some awesome shows on Prime too. Like, really awesome shows.
Damn it.
They had the what was it? The Terminal List recently. That was really good. The Jack Ryan series are like,
yeah.
The Jack Ryan. I mean, the first season was amazing. The second season was just like out of this world.
I think that's the thing too, right? Is I don't honestly watch a lot of stuff, especially in my free time. Like I've been focusing on Lego content, watching other people's streams and stuff like that. So it hasn't been a major priority for me, I guess.
That's all right.
Now, granted, maybe 3 years ago, before I got into the community and all that stuff, it might have been more of a thing I would have been excited about.
I've got 5 people in the household, so they pump out some split, let me tell you. Yeah, people don't think that routers wear out. Dude, my family can wear out a router in like a year or 2.
Oh, I believe that. I've worn mine out in about 2 or 3 years average.
Yeah, we had Comcast like a long time ago, and they initiated like a cap on your data, like I forget how many terabytes it was or whatever, and yeah, we broke that several times. After that, I got rid of Comcast. Now we're on fiber optic that has no limit. So
I am so waiting. There's a local fiber company that has been advertising for my town. Finally, they were in the nearest city, but they didn't reach out here in the sticks. Mind you, it's only 4 miles away. But
yeah, dude, it's awesome. It's
yeah. Way back in the day, the dawning of the internet, friends of mine had a T1 connection to their office. Talk about fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My dad worked for the government, and he was always talking about the T1 lines, and we had decent internet. And I remember back in the day when we got the V90s, and we were like super excited. Dial up, oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, sometimes over here we still feel like we're on 56k dial-up modem. Sometimes.
Yeah, we're on the gigabit, so
yeah.
And it's only $80, which is awesome.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the service does go down when you're in, when you're in more regional sort of parts of Australia. Whereas if you're in cities like Sydney, you're in Melbourne, Adelaide, and all them, the internet is much better quality there because they're in a major city, so they've got the reason to have the more reliable infrastructure. But yeah, you still feel a bit left out in certain parts of you. So yeah, a bit hard at times.
The Mills action here and putting stuff on top of the Mills plates. A little bit more of a ground kind of rocky look here.
Nice. I'm with the mountain terrain. When I first started doing it, mine looked way too Minecraft. Like if I was doing something Minecraft related, I'd have been spot on, nailed it. But with what I'm doing now, I'm trying to make it look less Minecrafty.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised at Brick Fair there was like no Minecraft.
Yeah,
it seemed kind of surprising that nobody would have brought it.
It was very the three main themes that were there. I would say were Star Wars, Bionicle, and military.
So the Bionicle thing really surprises the hell out of me.
Oh my god, that was a lot of Bionicle. Oh man, it's cool. I mean, there are some amazing designers that do Bionicle. Don't get me wrong, but holy Bionicle.
Yeah, I hear you went to my favorite store there, Eric.
Which one?
Tyson's. You went to Tyson's Corner?
Tyson's Corner. Oh yeah, that's a great one.
That's my home store.
Yeah, I got these here and there. All those.
Oh, nice.
The double door.
Been many times where Ned has enabled me through Tyson.
Tyson's a good shop. I mean, I used to.
Handy,
huh?
Keep your phone handy, Matt.
That the one in the Pentagon City is nice too.
Yes, although I hate parking there. Their pay parking structure is annoying.
Oh, when I was there, I was with a tour group, so we were on a bus.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay, yeah.
No, well, I mean, we were doing a field trip with my kids.
No, that's not my point. They line buses up out front that you have to go around.
Oh, actually, they didn't let our bus park. The police came up and said, "You got to move." And they dropped us off, and then they park along the street, though.
Exactly. There's some groups have, or some companies have an arrangement that they can park there.
Yeah. Well, ours was the World Strides, which is a pretty big one. So it was a good time. They did a good job. I mean, we were there Memorial Day weekend this year, and then I didn't make it out there while I was in Virginia, though. I wanted to. I know what. That's why I didn't go, but I could have gone. My daughter loves that Haagen-Dazs store there. And
Haagen-Dazs.
you can have Greg do ice cream. Yeah. Chicago is nice, though, having 5 stores. So. And they're all within like half hour of each other. So, I mean, it still takes you hours to get to them all because, but they're not like, you can kind of like plan your route,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to 2 of the ones I haven't been to lately today. Later.
I almost stopped at the Baltimore store, but I didn't have time. I was heading up to Brick House Barbecue.
That one's way out there. That's actually one of the ones I'm going to is Arundel today.
Okay. Yeah, DC's pretty cool. I definitely I appreciate it more now than I did 20 years ago. The traffic sucks. But...
Hey, Mike. Welcome in, man. Nice to see you.
What's up, Mikey?
Hey, Mike.
I do like how my transponder works in DC and Chicago. So.
Oh, your toll thing?
Yeah, the toll transponder. So like if you ever come out here, you can use it because it goes like all the way across Pennsylvania, Maryland,
Easy Pass.
So,
the Easy Pass system, Eric.
Yeah, ours is called iPass, but they have an agreement with Easy Pass.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's like the only place that won't work probably is down in Florida because they have the Sun Pass.
No, actually, that's coming soon.
Is it?
Yeah, they made an announcement that it's I don't know when, but it was on the website that Florida's coming. They got and Georgia's also coming too.
Wow. Yeah, they've got their own little private networks and they don't like anybody else. But I guess the rest of them are all going, come on.
Yeah, I think they're coming to the realization that cooperation makes everybody happy.
I always used to have to give guys advances if they were going anywhere in those networks if they were going to run those roads for toll.
Yeah.
And
you won't any more here soon, so.
Oh, I don't know if you had heard, Ned, but the throughway at this point is completely toll-less or toll booth-less. It's all Easy Pass or camera.
Yeah. Ours are all like that now.
Same as down here.
Yeah, it took them many years, but they finally got to that point.
There were still some coin ones in DC. They're like, I don't know why I'd want to throw like $3 worth of coins in. Sounds like a bad idea.
Yep.
Joys of rock work.
I hear you, man. I'm doing that right now down at the base here, just making
it rocking it, man.
Although, we're rocking it. Sometimes it can be a little bit therapeutic, I found as well. Just every now and then, just that little bit of it gives you a sense of accomplishment because you know that it's not, it's not. I'm not saying it's hard work, but it's, you know what I mean. Like if you're just doing freehand sort of style rock work, it can be, it can be tricky at times, just trying to work stuff out and how you want it to look exactly and trying to not make it look exactly the same on either side. And, yeah. And again, I'm limited on my curve pieces or slate pieces. So I'm, having to be a bit more resourceful.
Yeah. So, Ned, are you coming to Chicago next year?
Or? Probably not. I didn't even make Brick Fair, and I live 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And both of my lugs were there, and they were like, "You got to come to Brick Fair." I'm like, "No, I don't."
If you don't come, we're kicking you out. It's like, yeah.
Well, let's see. They won't get my dues. Oh, wait a minute. There aren't any. So, oh well.
That's okay, because guess who is going next year?
Yay! Roll it.
The effing drag me.
Yep.
Lol Lego.
Did you clip that little blurb?
I didn't clip it. Somebody else did.
No, I'm just wondering. I was asking.
No, I don't remember what stream it was on at this point, so I don't.
Yeah,
go back
it was
and
funny
find
though
it.
at the moment.
Oh, of course, there's people still talk about it. It was pretty damn funny.
It was. It's like you're gonna come and hunt him down. Like,
Yep. Well, because he's being so reluctant.
I mean, it's Father's Day weekend. How can you be denied?
Get him, Matt. Sort him out. Wrap him.
Oh, we're working on him.
Every week.
Yep.
He's got this week
And
off.
I will say offline too.
I give him a fair amount of grief in Discord sometimes.
Because he won't commit yet. I'm like, dude, just talk to the wife. You know, tell her you know this is the one thing you'd like to do. You know, and to meet a bunch of people that you're becoming friends with and all that.
It's Chicago. It's not like you're going to like some podunk town somewhere. There's
Exactly.
Oh, one thing too, Ned. There is a boatload of like Asian cuisine in Chantilly. Like everywhere you went, there was like a Thai place, a Korean place. Like it was insane. I was like, holy moly. Indian. I mean, it was just like. Now, granted, some of them were not that good, but you know.
It's interesting that they would have a variety of that stuff like that.
You could literally go to 4 Thai places in like 10 minutes. Like that's how close they were.
Thai, that sounds good right now.
So it's like people say, you know, do you like Thai? It's like, do you like shirt?
I mean, speaking of Thai, since Ned's working at a noodle house, Mock.
Thai food.
I'll be honest. I am doing this for the ambiance. I'm not a Thai fan myself. But.
Thai pan? What does it? Oh,
fan.
Now, in the spirit of being fair about it, I will say I don't eat like curry and stuff like that. I'm more of
Korean barbecue is amazing, dude.
I've had that. I do like Thai fried rice or noodles kind of stuff.
Oh, God. Killing me small. If I had to pick one cuisine that I could eat for the rest of my life, it would be Thai food.
Do you go full out spicy with it, Eric?
Sometimes I like the pad siu and pad thai, but what I really like are the rice wrapped fresh rolls with either like shrimp or tofu in them with the peanut sauce. Oh my God!
There used to be a really good restaurant in the city or the town, city, whatever, where I work, and we would go there for lunch occasionally. And they would do their spiciness based on what they called stars, quote unquote, which is basically just tablespoons of the the spice or the pepper, whatever stuff.
Yeah.
And I always do like 2-star, right? Because I can't do a lot of spice. Just didn't handle it very well. But there's like 6 of us one time sitting there at lunch, and I got my 2-star rice dish that I like. No big deal, whatever. And that's not crazy. And then somebody got like a 6-star curry dish. So then the next guy went up and said, okay, give me 10-star. And then somebody upped it to 11. And then one guy said, give me native Thai, which they call 20-star.
Oh my God.
I was like, what the hell is wrong with you guys?
Fire Inferno.
Pretty much. A couple of them were like crying as they were eating, like you could just see the tears coming down and all that. I'm like, I don't need that, thank you.
Well, it's like why is the plate eroding on the table?
that's sort of dangerous thunderbox damage, sort of warning level stuff. That is.
That's very much Thunderbox danger level right there.
don't know if the old Thunderbox will handle that much punishment, you know.
Yeah. My brother ordered a Chinese dish at this place, Mongolian beef, and they asked him how spicy he wanted it. And he was like, whatever the maximum spice is. And like, he gets his dish and he starts eating it. And we're like, dude, is that hot or spicy? He's like, no, not really. And like the beads of sweat are just dripping down his face everywhere.
No, it's not hot at all.
Not at all.
It's fine. It's great. I'm like,
pouring off him.
We're just laughing.
All right. Well, speaking of that, if you like watching that, or if you like eating anything sort of spicy, like sauces and that, look up the YouTube channel. It's a part of the First We Feast. It falls under that one. Sean Evans is the host. It's called Hot Ones, and it's where they get celebrities, like everything, actors, musicians.
Oh yeah, the ghost peppers and all that.
They give you the Scoville rating. There's one from Australia. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's got like a dingo on it and all that sort of stuff. You can tell it's an Australian hot sauce, but Hot Ones. It is hilarious. Mark Rober's been on there, and he was trying all sorts of like scientific stuff to, not sort of burn himself out. Fluffy, so Gabriel Iglesias has been on there.
Yeah.
Heaps of very well-known actors and singers, all that sort of stuff. I think Posty, I'm pretty sure Post Malone's been on there as well.
Hey, Matt, put me up for a second.
Oh, sure.
You mean him?
Oh,
Yes.
Fluffy.
My stepdaughter and her fiance went to see Fluffy recently.
I was wondering what that shirt. I'm trying to figure out, because when you weren't on big screen, I'm sitting there going, "What?" Because I had trouble reading it.
Let me flip it. Blank. Is that better?
Oh, Gabriel Iglesias. Yes. I love Fluffy. He's such a great, very, very funny guy.
And they got me a bottle of hot sauce that he only sells at his shows.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep.
And let me tell you, he doesn't tell you what peppers are in it, but boy.
Yeah.
That's why I won't go near that kind of stuff. I don't need my insides literally exploding.
Oh, Fluffy's awesome.
You don't want your innards to be your outers.
Yeah.
My best friend who travels a lot for work, he's an engineer.
Yeah.
He electrical engineer, and he does a lot of work for DARPA, the US, and whenever, and he used to travel a lot more than he does now. And back then, he would go, and wherever he went, he would try and find a hot, spicy food shop.
Yeah.
And he would buy hot sauces, and he always buy 2 to 3 bottles of anything that was new to him, because we had a lot of the standards, but he has a collection that fills one entire wall of his kitchen on a shelf.
Jeez.
And they're almost all unique, quote unquote.
That's dedication.
And so my spice curve goes up from jalapeno because of him.
Oh, wow. Have you ever had those jalapeno poppers? Have you ever had them before?
Oh, yeah.
Those are great.
Those aren't too spicy because you usually gut out all the seeds and everything.
I can do jalapeno, but not
They're more
too
sweet.
much of it.
Yeah.
I did make homemade chicken riggies a few weeks ago, which is a New York State kind of thing. Really, really good. And it does have some spice in there if you add cherry pepper to it, which I put a little bit in just for the flavoring. Just right. It didn't cause any problems for me. But if I gone all out like you can do with that dish, yeah, I would end on Thunderbox for a while.
Well, don't bother. Tell me I did it wrong. Shoot.
Oh, you seem like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I'll go Winnie the Pooh. He's awesome. Oh, I used to love Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid. What was the actual live action movie? Is it called Christopher Robin or something like that?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was cute.
It's sad too, wasn't it? Wasn't it a bit more like sad as well?
It was good though. It was very good.
Yeah.
All right. I am at a stopping point, guys. I got to run. But Matt, you want to pop me up for a second?
Yep.
Nice.
There you go. Nice.
There you go.
And I haven't done any of the interior, but
Thunderbox.
storeroom. They always have a way to go down to the basement, so that's what that is.
Well, Ned,
There
just
you go.
before you go, Matt, I'll ask if you wouldn't mind just putting me on big screen just for a moment. Let me switch. All right.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
There you go. She is finished. You are seeing this before the final video is released. But
Nice.
hey, this is Brooks Bricks. I have to bring my A game.
Thanks,
So
buddy.
I have got to replace 2 parts on here. So the black pieces, I'm thinking they're what are they, like the lightsaber handle pieces, whatever they are. Anyway, I've got to replace them with the grey ones. I just haven't got any at the moment, and I won't be able to do a parts order for a little while. They're placeholders. They will be a reminder that I need to do a parts order. So because for me they stick out, they sort of jump out at me every time I turn the back around for this build. I'm like, oh, I've got to do a parts order. So I don't have enough of the grey ones. So but yes, the only thing I've realized is I've got to go back. I've got the 2 10 grill pieces to sit in behind the sign. There's the only thing I realized. I'm like, oh crap. So I'll fix that up. But apart from that, this is it. It is a blank canvas on the first floor. It is just there's not even a thunderbox in there, so I've let myself down.
Yeah, that is a bit of a letdown.
However, the interior, it has a full interior, so for the ground floor. So this was a really fun build. I actually really enjoyed this. It's got me back into mock building again. Thanks, Brick Sergeant. But the final video will be out soon. But there you go, Ned. Mate, look, if anything, I want to see what you do, because again, it's great to see these little mocks come out with these little noodle shops and that too. It's fun. It's a fun build. So,
Well, my just to tell you where I'm thinking about doing.
yep.
It is Mr. Foe there. And give me a second. I'm just going to throw him in there for just a minute.
Copyright Muscle.
Is going to be in the back.
Oh, very cool. Yep.
With that. And there will be tables more like what out here for like a little eating area.
Yep.
So kind of a walk-in faux shop.
That's
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
That's cool. See, I got the little chef up the back there, busy behind the scenes. So there he is. Sorry, yeah. No, it's good. Look, I'm again. This was a fun little build. This was just to get me. This was the kick up the rear end that I needed. I needed to get out of my sort of building funk that I've been in for a while now. And this set got me out of that. This just like the noodle shop set got me out of it.
That's actually really cool with it.
And I have no idea why, but as soon as when I saw the original release, like images of the set, what is it, set 31131? I mean, I was just like, I've got to do something with that, and I like instantly my creativity. It's like it just got turned on again. Like the light had blown, like the light bulb had to be replaced. The next minute, bang! I'm sitting there going, okay, I've got to do a mock. I have to get this done. So,
And
yeah.
Off camera last week, I did a little more on my fire brigade.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah.
So
Awesome.
you might have seen that on Discord or on my Instagram.
Yep.
Doing well, mate. Yeah.
So
Very cool.
all right, guys, I got to head off to DC.
See you, Ned.
Have fun building.
I'm going, buddy.
Thanks, Matt.
I'll be by the phone, Ned. He will send me photos once he gets there of the parts that are available.
Oh, cool.
All right, I'm going to pop myself in here for a minute. I have been just working on landscaping for the last little bit here.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I got to get this thing to focus back in here. Hold on a second.
Oh,
There we
there
go.
it goes. It's like that cobblestone sort of look, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want it to be very rocky. I've got a couple barren plant pieces here. A little bit of, some rock around here. And then I did want to put a little bit of plant life around the other side here.
Yeah.
So I've been working on that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to do that with my mountain terrain and that as well. Add a bit of plant life to it and that as well.
I got a bunch of these guys off of the pad wall. So it's kind of funny to have plant life growing next to a river of lava.
It's pretty resilient plant life.
It is. Or he might have put some kind of alchemy spells on it. I don't know.
Oh, look at like Hawaii, though. I mean,
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely cobblestone kind of effect going on here. I'm going to do more of this throughout the rest of the medieval area as I'm building up more mills plates for that stuff. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
You guys know I've been putting up my haul videos, and a few of those hauls I've got, studs and things like this in expectation of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's looking really good, Matt. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is my first real diving into mills, is working on this kind of stuff. And I mean, I want to be very particular with it. I want to make it feel kind of like what I want it to be. And it's coming out well.
Yeah.
I'm honestly pretty happy. I do like the all the cobble that's actually on the ramp here, getting up to the doorway. That was a great idea, James. Thank you, buddy. That worked out really well.
I'm even using like little cheese wedge pieces and that as well, just to try to, add little bits of just extra detailing and that to some of the rock work and that as well. So it's I didn't want mine to look, too Minecraft. Otherwise, people are like, "Oh, that looks like Minecraft. Are you doing a Minecraft layout?" So I'm like, no, I'm not. But
Spaceship.
Let's see, where else do I want to go with this? I don't know. I feel like the exterior, at least on this plate, is kind of where I want it to be.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing I really have left is now I got to start thinking about the interior work inside here, and I may save that for Tuesday evening.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can do enough just to kind of finish that off on Tuesday. And then as I've had going the entire stream all morning, next Saturday, the stream anniversary, big old castle going to get built, or at least starting it as much as I can.
Very much looking forward to it, Matt.
As am I. It's a big box I have sitting behind me in the builder room here. It's been sitting there for about a week or so. Looking very forward to it.
Excellent.
And then I can put that down into the space and get a little bit more clarity about how I want the entire area to start looking, because I'll have one castle on one side and then the other castle on the other side. And I can be like, okay, I'm starting to see this developing a little bit more. Where do I want to go with it?
Yeah.
But I will say, the 3-in-1 sets, there is a rebrickable I just saw within the last day or so where somebody rebricked 3 of those into a build that's very similar to the Lion Knight Castle.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks fantastic, and I'm really thinking about that right now. So I would have to get one more, but if I could consider that, that'd be on the same kind of scale as the other one, Black Falcons versus Lion Knights. I think that could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or I might do another rebrickable. I'm still thinking about that too.
How does that look?
Ooh, let's bump in on that here. That truck feels very realistic to me. It's a very, I don't know, I get an F-150 kind of vibe from that.
Oh, I'm going to send you a photo, Matt, that I sent Lumberjack. There was one, I was talking about it on Stud and the Dud. There was a one parked a few streets away when I was taking the kids for a walk down along the water. And it's like the reverse color of that one. And when I showed Lumberjack, he's like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And it was an F-150. I think it was like an XLS or something. But it was an F-150. And like for us, like for you guys, it's probably like, "Oh yeah, who cares?" But you got to remember, over here, those types of what you guys call them pickups, we would more call them like a Ute or something like that. They're not as common because it's an F-150. It's more whenever we see them, you think, "Oh, that's someone must have bought that over from the US or something." They're not as common here as what they would be. Obviously, over where you guys are. So, for us to see one like in real life, it's like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, about
there's so many different truck models, but I know I got that F-150 vibe from that.
Yeah, definitely.
I bought this one used at Brick Fair, so
it is a cool set. I love that set.
This is the camper.
I was gonna say, I think that might be one that Brixie put in his campsite. It looks like that. That's the 8 wide one, right?
Yeah. It's the one that has like the awning.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice little effect they put in there.
They had it
realistic.
Used for $50. It was only missing one piece. It was just missing one of these like flagpole pieces. So it's not a big deal.
That's not bad though. No. Are you going to have a camp area?
Yeah. I have the treehouse set and stuff, so I'll be doing something. I have the other campers and stuff too.
Okay. God, there's so many things that I wish I could do if I had so much more space. It's the old adage that, yeah, I know I have more space than some people do, but
yeah,
you never have enough space no matter what.
Just knock out the wall.
I just renewed my lease about a month or so ago. It says in there, no modifications to the structure.
Yeah, but this is a modification to your neighbor's structure.
Just knock out the wall of the bedroom, go to next townhouse there directly, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking over this room. I'm sorry, I need it.
You don't need a dining room. It's okay. You can eat somewhere else. So, no, it's a cool set.
Yeah, definitely, James. Thank you very much, buddy. I do appreciate that. I know sometimes I don't necessarily want to take the suggestions out of nowhere because I want to try to work it out myself. But yeah, this one, especially because of what I've done here at the bottom and around it, it blends in much better. It doesn't look just flat. So yeah, that worked well.
I'm glad you didn't mind the suggestion I offered about the, like for the, what were you calling them? Like the little huts, the little smaller builds, and by at least giving them, like using those cape pieces as like, not necessarily a full doorway, but just to give them a little bit of sort of privacy.
Unlike the airport.
Yeah.
No, actually that was fantastic. They feel right with those on there. A little. They do feel like they probably would have been a little incomplete and not quite as realistic without that on there. So that was a fantastic idea. Worth the small investment.
Yeah. No,
I bought like 10 of them too, so I've got more of them to use elsewhere too. Although I forget where I placed them at the moment.
Well, you could also use them on internal, like if you're doing full interiors and that too, as like separators between, you know, certain rooms. If you don't want to have like full privacy sort of doorways or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because like especially in medieval kind of stuff here, I mean, you don't necessarily have doors everywhere. You just have things that are hanging up.
Yeah.
Cloth or whatever. So yeah, that's definitely a great idea. That worked very well too.
Were you ever a fan of the TV show Merlin?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, that was how old's Merlin now? That was trying to remember the cast wasn't, I suppose, like as widely well known. It was such a great TV show. Sort of think sort of, you know, warlocks and like a dragon and medieval sort of time, and not Game of Thrones, like not as not, you know, nowhere near the sort of adult content that there wasn't. But you know, hey, not complaining. Game of Thrones, great show. To see, like, you know, to see Emilia Clarke basically in a birthday suit, it's like, hey, that not a bad show. You know, in a birth remembrance day suit. But yeah. However, the but you know, Merlin, that was that was a cool show. Very, like, the fact that they could go back to that sort of medieval sort of era. If you're doing those sort of builds, it's inspiring. It's sort of, you know, it's like, oh, I want to do like a little castle and a medieval village and all that sort of stuff. It's cool.
See, does he not just feel intimidating? Just kind of being like, hey, I dare to come up to my place right now?
I'm telling you, it looks like the villain from Flash Gordon. Flash.
Save every one of us.
Yeah. Here's another one I want to get to soon.
Oh, the Aston Martin one there, or the Bond one, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nice build. I've seen a number of people build and review that recently, and that looks cool.
Yeah, GJ got that one as well. Your good buddy GJ Briggs, he's a fan of that one as well.
Bond, James Bond.
The I like the torso that comes on the Bond figure in that set. That could be useful in a number of different ways.
Oh, the tux.
Yeah. It looks really good.
It'll definitely be a like 5-10 years from now, one of those sets that's going to sell for a boatload.
I could see that. It's a quality one.
Yeah.
The only thing that I noted when Jang had built it and reviewed it was the stickers that are on the sides of the car to give it some of the effects. Oh. They're a little off in their coloring compared to the actual
this one
color.
right here.
Yeah. Like,
sometimes
needs to do better with that.
Yeah, like printing. It's just a little bit of black on a gray. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, like the entire front grille is all printed pieces, which is really cool.
Oh, that's printed. That's the good.
Yeah, that's all printed.
So they couldn't print the black lines, but they.
Yeah,
I can see the sticker on the license plate too.
Yeah,
I like
the back of the cab is one whole windshield piece that has gray print on it.
The hubcaps on this one are really cool. These chrome hubcaps.
Yeah. Overall, it's a fantastic build.
Yeah. I was surprised that it was still $19.99 when I bought it. I thought it was gonna be $25.
Yeah, I don't really do the Speed Champions. I like Rob is a big person on Speed Champion, for example. But I was thinking about getting that one just for the sake of having that one maybe as a display piece.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool driving around in your city too. It's a cool looking car.
I mean, it would be massive compared to everything else with my 4 wide vehicles like I do.
Oh, yeah. It would definitely be the boss among go-karts.
Yes, very, very true. I did see that, Rob. Yeah, the sticker, you have 5 or 6 different. Yep. And they give you like different sets of tile pieces too that you can use, so you have spares. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. yeah, as I sit here and just look at this now on my desk, I'm really, really liking this. It's getting close to fruition.
Yeah, it looks good.
So yeah, Tuesday night I'll do the interior work. It'll give me a couple days to kind of think about what I want to put in there, and then hopefully I can go with that Tuesday. Get it done. Be good to go, and I can have a really solid build to put in place in the under the table realm. My first real big mock. The shanties are nice, but this just feels like my first real big significant mock.
It's looking really good, Matt.
It's cool.
Loving it.
The trick is going to be expanding the lava from where it goes.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I still haven't decided yet, because this is on a 16 by 32. It's going to be in the corner, so like this part right here, which you guys can't see where I'm doing it, but this part will be kind of against the wall. So I don't have to worry about that side of it. But this is what's going to be coming into view. So I got to think about what's...
You could do like a rock form there on the left side and have like the lava kind of oozing out of it, and like, you know.
Yeah, because I'm going to have more plates here. The Black Falcon Castle will be somewhere in this area, vicinity-wise.
No, I know, but like you could have, like I said, just like a rock formation that just has the lava kind of like a small little like stream coming, like a fissure almost, like, you know.
Yeah, I could do something like right around here with that Mills plate, because the Black Falcon Castle I'm going to elevate a little bit too.
Mm.
So I could have something kind of just pouring out somewhere into this area and then flowing. So I think that could work without being too disruptive to everything else in the entire area.
Yeah.
And still create the scene. I don't know why the Black Falcons would have built their castle like right next to the evil wizard, but apparently that's what they're going to choose to do. At least in the space that will be available. All right. Anyway, I think I'm pretty happy with today. Getting close to wrapping up here anyway, 11 o'clock hour. So I think we'll wrap a couple minutes early. So I do want to give a shout out to Ned for joining us this morning. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow Ned over on Instagram at NedB_Lego City. Ned posts a lot of his stuff over there. So I'm sure he'd appreciate the follow if you haven't already. Taz, where can people find you, mate?
Well, first of all, Matt, thank you very much for the invite, mate. Much appreciated. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's a great way for me to still, like get through that Saturday night into early Sunday morning for the weekend. So, mate, thank you very much for the invite. Find me Tasman Bricks on Instagram and YouTube as well.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, buddy. I appreciate the fact that you do stay up as late as you do to hang out with us.
Oh, mate, I'd be awake anyway because it's, once Mrs. Taz and the kids have gone to bed, it means that I can just chill out and relax. So I've always been a bit of a night owl. So for me, and look, I don't have to work tomorrow, so it's all later today, being officially into Sunday. So yeah, it's a great way for me just to unwind. It's been a pretty stressful week as well, and so it's a nice way to unwind. So again, mate, thank you. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, buddy. Always. And of course, a good friend, Eric, as well. Thanks for joining us, bud. Always appreciate it. And you guys can always find Eric around all kinds of streams in the Lego community at this point. Just hanging out.
Yo, yo.
Yeah. And again, just one more reminder. Next Saturday, 9 a.m., a week from today, we'll be doing the castle build, celebrating 1 year of me doing this.
Maybe I'll build fun. I need to build my modulars. I got a couple.
Sweet, sweet. So hopefully all of you guys that are hanging out, you will come back next Saturday and hang out as well. Chat and all that good stuff. I'll be on for at least probably 4 hours, maybe 5 or so, depending on what's going on and all that good stuff. I do want to try to make some progress with the castle build. I feel like 4 or 5 hours would be a good way to celebrate the stream and stream anniversary and all that good stuff. Hey Scott, I'm just getting ready to sign off here, buddy. Good morning to you. So hopefully you guys will join for that next week. I will be back as well, 6 p.m. Eastern time, of course. and we'll hopefully we'll finish up this build, and I'll do my mock review as I usually do, and release it afterwards. All right, guys, have a great one. Thanks for hanging out as always.
Awesome. Thanks again, Matt.
Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.